What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. For this show, I got to speak with MMA couple Gillian Noll, Mark Coates, as they both fight November 17th at Thunder Lightning MMA in Lewiston, Idaho. This was such a fun show to do. Thank you very much for checking it out. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump on a call, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited for it.
We've been wanting to set this up for a while, Mark.
I know, we talked about it forever ago. I remember Jerry was there. Jerry Rapinski was there when I first met you, actually.
Yeah. So you guys are both fighting November 17th. Is it Thunder and Lightning MMA, right?
Correct, yep.
And Gillian, you're making your pro debut. Congratulations. That's awesome. How you feeling?
I'm super excited about it. Long time coming.
Absolutely. And Mark, do you know who your opponent's going to be? I couldn't find anybody online.
Brady Highstand.
Okay.
And he's a young up-and-comer. Definitely going to be a very difficult fight for sure. He's a grinder. It's going to be one of those fights that might go into the third round, you know, but I'm always definitely looking for that finish. He's newer. He may be about 2-0 or 3-0 when he actually fights me, depending on how many fights he takes. I know he's got a fight possibly today or tomorrow, actually.
Oh, really? Wow.
For Final Fight Championships with, I think that's down there in Vegas right now.
Yeah, very cool. Both of you, it seems like, and correct me if Tapology is wrong here, but it looked like, June, you haven't fought since April of last year. Mark, October of last year. Do you guys feel like, is ring rust a factor going into these fights? Or are you guys not really worried about that so much?
I'm not really too concerned with it. I'm going to go in there and just have some fun. I mean, I definitely think it helps to be able to be in there at a consistent rate, you know, to keep your mind there, really.
Yeah.
But when we're training with the people that we are all the time, there's not an issue with ring rust, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Same here. It's just more of taking time back and really focusing on like the style and how I want to approach MMA. Again, I'm still young in the sport, just turned 20. I want to take time. I want to focus on like what kind of style, what can I bring? Because when I do go pro, I'm coming in with a bang.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw you fight Kelly Clayton way back when at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. That was the first time I had gone to a King of the Cage event, so it was a great fight, by the way, back then. Yeah. You guys train together, you live together. Is that a hard separation when you get to the gym to separate the personal life and that side, or is it just kind of an awesome blend altogether?
Well, there's 50-50, like definitely drilling, fantastic. But when it comes to sparring, I personally get that mental block because I'm just a very competitive person. So when it comes to him, I want to beat him, and he has been doing this a lot longer than me, so
sure.
He definitely beats me. So I do get a little just annoyed, but drilling, he does push me and help me a ton. So it's just like a little match made in heaven when it comes to that.
I have a lot of faith in her ability. I absolutely, truly believe that she's going to be a killer in this sport, and she can make a ton of money. And I believe that in myself as well, but now creating that relationship with her and seeing something more than what I see in myself.
Yeah.
I definitely push her extremely hard when I drill with her, when I spar with her. I mean, even people in the gym are like, "Man, Mark, I don't know why you're going so hard." I go hard on her because she can take it, and she's gonna be a killer, and I absolutely know it and believe it. And I say to everybody, you're gonna see her on TV. You just wait.
And that's what definitely like I feel that has pushed me and like grown me in my career. How I've done so far is I do have him, someone that is being on me super hard and pushing me, and where most guys when they go to train with girls, they don't really do anything.
Right.
So I get kind of all the aspects. So when I do go in the cage, any girl is not going to be as strong as him punching me in the face and throwing me across the mat as anything. So.
That's awesome. And how did you guys get your nicknames? Is it Valkyrie? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Valkyrie. Everyone kind of says it differently, but same thing. It was more my dad. We were just kind of sitting there going through things. I'm always into like Norse mythology and all that cool kind of like going to war and battling, and especially strong female characters.
Yeah.
And I think the Valkyries is cool where they go into battle and they decide who wins or dies. And I like that. I go in the cage and I decide what I'm going to do. If I'm going to take you up, I'm going to take you to the ground, we're going to strike. It's my domain. It's where I live.
Nice. And Mark, you have Marky Mark. Obviously, is that name run anywhere? I mean, obviously, besides like the singer guy, but is there a story behind that?
It's exactly that, actually. So, I mean, the main story behind it, I didn't know who he was when I was 16 years old. I got my first job at Sonic, and somebody just kept calling me Marky Mark, and I did not understand why. And I mean, people called me Marky when I grew up, but they spelled it with an I.
Okay.
I changed my name when I was, mid-elementary school, and ended up just being just Mark, and then it kind of came back with the Y. Started that job at 16 and kept getting called Funky Bunch, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and that was my nickname, and it kind of adopted, and then it changed into mixed martial arts because that's right around the same time that I started as well, and now it's been Marky Mark ever since.
Come on, man. That's awesome. And I love to ask this question, but what made you guys decide to get into MMA in the first place? I mean, to step into the cage, you guys are way braver than 99% of the people out there, but what was your kind of deciding factor that made you want to go get in there?
Well, like for me, it was more of a first date, basically.
Okay.
We're kind of into the gym. And it was more, I kind of just hopped in, fell in love a month or so into. My coach, Jerry Rapinski, was like, "You want to fight?" And I was like, "Sure." My mom had a heart attack, but I just trained, got down to it. And it was like the first time in my life that I felt like I had a home and I was included. And it was so fantastic, just the community and the nice people. Because, like, I've always grown up being, like, bullied and a wallflower, and this is where I could just grow and be myself. And
Yeah.
you get punch people. So it's like there's benefits of both sides.
That's awesome.
Well, mine's a little bit different. I started with my brother, actually. He just beat me up a lot when I was younger, constantly growing up. And then we moved to Lewiston, actually, and he decided to put on boxing gloves. So we both put on boxing gloves, and we did the backyard boxing for a long period of time. And then it evolved to MMA, evolved to smaller gloves. They learned about the 4-ounce gloves, and then we started doing that. And the first time I ever put on MMA gloves was in a backyard little like street brawl, and I got knocked down one punch by a guy that was not left-handed, but he knocked me out with his left hand, and it split my lip open. I had like 13 stitches like on this side, and my mom was like, "No, you can't fight anymore." No, I still did it on like the back side, out just doing it with all my buddies and stuff. And then I told my brother, I was like, "Hey, I really want to try this," and he had already tried fighting in the cage, and Frank Arnett gave me my opportunity. 2 days after I turned 16, I was able to go ahead and fight in the cage, and that was an absolutely incredible thing. Getting my mom's permission was a very difficult task, but I let her know that I can get more injured walking across the street or playing football than I can in MMA.
Yeah. Well, you guys care if we do some rapid-fire questions real quick?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, so first one's a fun one. Mark, do you know Gillian's favorite band?
Nope, I don't.
Jillian, do you know Mark's favorite band?
No.
Okay. So, what are your guys' favorite bands? I love to know this. I'm a music guy, but
Oh, well, I'm the Beatles. I
Okay.
just absolutely love just kind
I
of
should've
grooving
known
out. And
that.
I play it all the time. Like, I have a yellow Celine shirt I wear.
I don't have necessarily a huge preference. I didn't even realize that rap was rap until like a few years ago. I just kind of listened to music. I grew up listening to a lot of, Eminem, Dr. Dre, all those old rappers, and then of course I like listening to some 3 Days Grace, a little bit of Linkin Park on occasion, those genres basically.
come on.
But I like that type of music at all, as long as it's stuff that I can understand. I can't listen to the screamo stuff.
When they fight DC or Derek Lewis, who wins that fight?
DC.
I want Derek Lewis to win. I really truly do. Not because I'm not a fan of DC, because I think DC's incredible, but I think Derek is a great underdog, and I think everyone's overlooking him, and it's not fair. First off, they're complaining about this fight, and that's ridiculous. It's the only fight that actually makes sense. We complain about rinse and repeats nonstop. Okay, we get a rematch off a guy that's got 0-2 in his last 2 fights, or 0-1, or okay, the champ gets a rematch because he's a popular draw. And now we got a number 1 guy going against a number 2 guy, and we're still going to go ahead and complain about it. And then we're complaining because Derek Lewis doesn't have good cardio. But I'm rooting for Derek Lewis all the way.
I'm with you, man. I like DC, but I hope Lewis gets the win.
Definitely, yes. I like that. That's a great
awesome.
view.
Nunez or Cyborg?
Oh, man. I want to say Nunez, but I feel like Cyborg is just I don't know. She just surprised me every time. You think she's going to get beat, and she just pulls out something new. It's just, there's a reason her name's Cyborg. It's true. It's amazing. Like, every time I follow on all, like, her social medias and all her fights, I'm impressed. Find that raw power. I just really look up to that.
That's awesome.
I'm the absolute kind of same opinion when it comes to it, but I'm rooting for the underdog at all the times because Cyborg is always the top dog. So I always kind of want to see the top dog go down because it makes for interesting times in the future, you know. I just still think Cyborg just runs right through her, no problem.
Nice. Wanted to give you guys an opportunity to give a shout out to coaches, teammates, sponsors, anybody like that as well. Make sure they got a shout out on the video.
Absolutely. Guardian Health,
number one.
Amazing, always, constantly. I go there at least 3 times a week. Michael Podwalader, I hope I pronounced that right. It's very difficult to pronounce. At Guardian Health Chiropractic, he is an amazing man and he does an amazing job. Go in, have a conversation, a consultation with him, and he will do you wonders. He's got a Facebook page. You can Google him. He'll pop up there. Guardian Health CDA. You can type in his name as well. Fantastic guy. UTC with Pablo and Rose Alfonso. They have been amazing.
So
absolutely wonderful.
Here downtown Coeur
Yeah,
d'Alene.
all the training partners there have been absolutely wonderful to be able to work with. I got to thank my dog, Cosmo. He's been my running mate. Hill sprints, no problem. And he's still just a year old. Just randomly took him out, and I was like, hey, let's go run. And he took it like a champ. And
come on.
He's my new running partner constantly.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I think same thing with Guardian Health. Fantastic. Helps us out all the time. Same with Affordable Elegance. Always keep me beautiful. And they just offered to make a custom wedding dress for us when we go and elope in Thailand.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then we also have my awesome, amazing tattoos because I want to be fully tatted here soon, hopefully, from Inkworld downtown. Same thing, Coeur d'Alene, of course, UTC, and my home Warrior Camp in Spokane. So if Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, you have amazing training here. So yeah.
That is awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump on a call with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and thank you again for having us on. It was an absolute joy and pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching the show today. I really appreciate it. It would be awesome if you could subscribe to our channel and share this video, please. We take 25% of the profits that we earn through TopRatedMMA.com, and we give that back to Hire Heroes USA, which is an organization that helps veterans with free job placement and training after they're out of the service and for their families. We also take 5% of all the profits made through TopRatedMMA.com, and we give that to the Fighter Sponsorship Program through Fightbook MMA. It's a great organization. Both of them are. Again, thank you for watching the video. Have an awesome day.
Nothing. Choose which way this will